Hey everybody, so I showed you the locks that I got in Europe, and now it's time to start picking them. As you can see, I've already tried picking this Laperche, and we got it open, but putting it back together was an entirely different story. I think the way it worked, they press fit in the interactive pin after the lock's all assembled. Because I couldn't figure out a way to get that to depress while putting the core back in. So I think I had no other choice but to cut it. But I'm okay with that, because now I have two separate locks. Since these had the rekeying system where you take your spare key and use that and it rekeys the lock, now I have two separately keyed locks that I can enjoy, so I'm okay with it. Now let's see if we can get it picked and show you how this whole system works. Come on. There we go. Now I think we are down to the interactive pin. Oh, there we go. We've got her open. Alright, wasn't too bad. So let's get her gutted and show you what's inside. I've got the key, so we're going to lock it up. To get a shim in here. because I really don't want anything bad to happen. Get our follower, and we've got pins all over the place, so let's make sure we're good here. We should have pins on the bottom, sides, and top. All right, through there. Come on. This is a 7-pinner, not 6. It's a good thing I've done this a couple times, so I know everything that I need to remember here. Alright, so these are all bottom passive pins. They're all the same size. And then there's the side one and the interactive pin. There we go. Core is gutted. And now for the Bible. And the ridiculously tiny interactive pin spring and the little interactive pin cap. There we go. And then all the springs. And one's jammed up. 1 second. That spring is not a happy camper. Let's try a skinnier pick. There we go. So, get this arranged for you. So what we've got here are 3 passive pins, all the same length. They just jam up the core if you lift them. Then we have our side passive pin, same idea. And then this is the rekeying system right here. This little baby ball bearing that goes on top of pin 1. What happens is, if you take the alternate key, as you can see, that's the only difference other than the pin height on pin 1. So what happens if you use this alternate key, this little ball bearing, when you turn the lock, will fall into the side of the key right there. and then once you take your key out, it'll either fall out and just get lost, or in one of the other keys I have, it actually gets stuck in the key, but there's little tiny holes right there that you can actually push it back out. So I think it's supposed to get stuck, but I've kind of pushed it out more than once now, so it doesn't stay in there all that well. So that's how it rekeys, and then once that's gone, you've got a new shear line. Other than that, everything else is the same. And then for these pins, everything's standard on top, and then on the bottom they have 3 serrated mushroom type, oops, sorry, too low. 3 serrated mushroom type key pins, right there, there, and right there. And then on the back we have this little hollow cap of a pin that is the interactive pin part. That's good. So that's what this little thing interacts with, pushes that out of the way. And that's what I couldn't get to depress trying to put the core back together. So I had to cut it, get the big follower in here, depress this little pin, then pin up everything, and then put the core back in. And then one time while we were doing that, of course, these top pins not only fit in the main chambers, they also go down a fraction of an inch into each one of these passive pin chambers. So you can jam up this core almost any way you put it in. And of course that's what I did. I got 3 pins in, but thankfully I was able to drill them out and tap them and cap them, so I was able to salvage the lock. But yeah, so that's the Laperche Dimple lock that we got. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It's something that a little different. Wasn't expecting a ball bearing in there to be the rekeying system. So thought it was cool though. But thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll have some more videos out pretty soon.